Donald Trump's Arizona speech was appalling. Donald Trump is falling in the polls. He's now actually trailing Joe Biden in Arizona. Nationally, Joe Biden was beating Donald Trump by 6 points last month. Now he's beating him by 12. So Donald Trump has now gone to extremes. At least he did in this speech tonight. He started by just blatantly accusing the Democrats of stealing the election and voter fraud, essentially getting millions of illegals to vote illegally, which there's no proof of that, Donald. Okay, but then he goes straight at Democrats, calling them a left-wing mob who's trying to demolish our heritage, a left-wing ideology driven by hate who purge dissenters and demand conformity of professors, researchers, reporters, journalists, corporations, entertainers, politicians, campus speakers, and private citizens. So everyone, Donald Trump, how that makes sense that you're the president of the United States, you're a Republican, and Republicans control the Senate. How that makes any sense is beyond me. But, according to now extreme conspiracy theorist Donald Trump, who's now losing in the polls and is terrified of losing the election, that's where we are as a country, right? Everything is a Democratic cabal, right? And then he said that these Turning Points USA kids, who, one of the reasons why this speech was so disgusting in my eyes is because everyone in the audience was under the age of 25, it seemed. So this is like the future of the Republican Party that Donald Trump is spewing all of this nonsense to. He said that they were the ones standing in the way of Democrats becoming tyrants and ruling with totalitarianism, which Donald Trump couldn't even pronounce during his speech. Couldn't even enunciate correctly. And then Donald Trump, astonishingly, brings up this young black woman who was just so nervous she could barely keep her place in her speech. She was getting flustered a little bit. She was from Minnesota, and Donald Trump brought her on stage so that she could rail against the Black Lives Matter movement. Like a month after George Floyd, a month into the protests, and that's what you use your time for, Donald Trump? Appalling, disgusting. Donald Trump should be ashamed of himself for the speech that he gave in Arizona tonight.